No, man.
Nothing, man. Nothing much, bro. Nothing much, bro.
Yeah.
You
Get to it.
already know that.
Yeah. You looking healthy over there, bro. That's the business.
Yeah, bro. Appreciate that, bro. You looking healthy too, man. You already know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, too.
Yeah. So life been treating you good then, huh, bro?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. I'm blessed, bro. I can't
Yeah.
complain at all, man.
Yeah. No, them facts though. About the same here, man. Just working, you know what I mean, grinding out there and shit, trying to, of course, stay the course with this, man. And
Yeah,
I've been like foot on next season since you know what I mean, since I left the course, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Just trying to get to that full spectrum with it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I can
Yeah,
definitely feel that. I can definitely
yeah,
feel that, man.
yeah, bro. So, shit been good, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm very selective. I feel like now, with my orders and stuff on like what trades I take, what trades I'm looking forward to taking, you know what I mean? And even like monitoring and maintaining a lot of my orders, you know what I mean? I'd be like a lot more poised than what I was at first. You know what I'm saying? I used to be like, man, I'm gonna trade every day. You
Yeah.
know, you know what I'm saying? Like it don't matter what's going on. I'm gonna find me a trade. And that ain't really the way to trade, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So like yeah, bro, I've been super tuned in with that and just trying to get my, I mean, because a lot of it, I mean, once you know the structure piece, bro, after that, it's really just like for me, like just knowing when and where to apply, what you already know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly, man.
Yeah, bro. So I've been like pinpointing a lot of that stuff. Like I literally took a trade today, like with Nas, like, and
Mhm.
I'm up I'm up 423 pips on that hoe right now. I sold at 5,233. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get better with, like scaling. You know what I'm saying? Like I scaled this a couple times. It's a trade right here. I scaled that hoe a couple times, you know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
then I took profit, you know what I mean? I took profit on them scaling orders, you know what I mean? A little earlier just because I didn't know. Not that I didn't know, but I know how like I've been trading ops for like I say like the last 7, 8 months. And I know that motherfucker will eat that right back up. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
It'll
exactly.
eat that with no problem. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So I've been just trying to work on a lot of my patience, bro. You know what I mean? And document a lot of my stuff, you know what I
Yeah,
mean,
bro,
lately.
write that shit down. Yeah, that shit matter. I be trying to tell people. They don't be want to listen
Yeah,
to me. I be trying to tell people, bro, write that shit down.
bro. That's the most difficult part, bro. But I just picked up this, bro. This Forex journal. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's
I
hard.
picked it I picked it up, man, like probably like 3 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? But it's got like everything that I need to be, you know what I'm saying, that I feel like I need to be doing. Like it tells you about, it first breaks it down about describing your strategy. Then it's like, what's your strategy for taking profit? What's your strategy for stop loss placement, cutting losses? What needs to happen for you to enter a trade?
Mm.
Then it has like weekly reviews, you know what I mean? What you did wrong, what you need to improve in. Then it has your trade that you take daily. So like every day I take a trade, bro, I gotta go to this motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that make me even more selective with trades. I'm like, I don't want to sit down and do all that. You know
Right,
what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
But it makes you more disciplined. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And that's what
a
you need.
lot
Cause
more discipline. Yeah.
and that's what I'm learning. That's what you need, bro. You need like, cause it ain't like a job, bro. You ain't gonna have a manager be like, hey, I see you on your phone, bro. You know what I'm saying? You need to hop up your, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta have your own structure, because if not, you just start running rampant, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
So
You're not lying. That's exactly how I go. That's
yeah,
exactly how
man.
the T.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So what you been focused on lately, bro?
And really my main focus been really longevity, you know what I'm saying, like trying to maintain, like focus on getting to a certain point and then being able to maintain, a high level, you know what I mean, like that's been my part, uh like from just this like trying to swing more in my strategy, you know, because like I get entries like it's nothing, you know what I mean? Like it always just came natural to me. So like that's
Mm-hmm.
not a part of my game that's ever been questioned. My
Mm-hmm.
thing is just like making sure I take profit, you know, not worrying about the numbers too much, you know what I mean, but just focusing on taking good trades, like good quality trades, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And trades that I feel good about, you know, and trades that like and, had me emotionally swayed like off my day, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's really been my main focus because like when you taking them, you know, them regular L's or whatever it is, like, you know, it can get to you in the sense if you're not, you know, on your game. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
especially when you playing with bigger numbers and it's faster, you know, like it's the money moving a lot faster and stuff like that. So like if you're not used to that type of fluctuation and you trying to grow, then I feel like it's you know, you gotta psychologically wise, like you gotta be ready for that and know how to handle that and you know, be able to go through that to get to the other side and be comfortable with them fluctuate.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? To even be
Right.
able to like scale in and things like that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's where I feel like my game is like really trying to play the higher time frames and be able to move with the higher time frames. Cause I'm like, if I could do that, then I know I could pretty much do that with anything I put my focus to, any asset
Yeah.
group put my focus to, you know what I'm saying? Especially if I could do that with US 30, you know. So
Yeah.
that's really where been my main focus. Like, so I just been getting back into my inner game and focusing on like real technical heavy, you know, real candlestick analysis heavy, um, you know, trend lines and stuff like that. Like just real technical heavy, but like understanding that I gotta be um into the fundamentals because I'm trading US 32, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
I've been really just, you know, heavy into that, like reading on
Mm-hmm.
investing.com and, you know, looking at those type of things and paying more attention to the news and stuff like that because I'm trading this type of volatile pair or index, you know.
Yeah. Man, when I tell you, bro, like every morning I got like 3 different news outlets that text my phone. You know what I'm saying? That sends me the notifications. You know what I'm saying? Like from this type of news outlet, that type of news outlet that says, this is going on economically or this is going on, which, 2 or 3 years from now, I mean, 2 or 3 years ago, I ain't really had that shit on my phone. You know what I mean? But now it's like, just being so in tune with the market, I be needing to know like real type shit. Even when like 8:30 and 9:30 rolls around and we got news releases and things like that. Like I feel as the market is moving, I can feel my phone vibrate and I'm already knowing like it's talking about the same thing I'm looking at. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I'm watching the data do what it needs to do. You know what I'm saying? So, to talk about what you're talking about as far as like higher time frame, like I really been focused in super heavy on like trying to be as patient as I can, waiting for those higher time frame setups to occur and
Yeah.
waiting for that M15 transition, waiting, watching, if it's a higher, if it's pushing bullish, but I know it's like a counter trend, watching those higher lows, start to slow down, watching them just start turning to lows and like the lower highs start getting in there. You know what I'm saying? And being like, all right, is it getting ready to, it look like it may break this
Yeah,
structure.
bro.
We had a lower high. So, and
Yeah.
that's what AU is doing right now. So I've been kind of like monitoring it because I took a little scalp on it earlier for like 20 pips up,
Okay.
but it's at a lower high as of right now. You know what I'm saying? And I just been focused in, man, like solely on like trying to like pretty much do the same thing, bro. You know what I mean? In a sense, man, just higher time frame analysis, holding these trades longer because I've realized like, I'm a lot more relaxed when I can like scale into 1 and 2 and 3 times and like catch the whole wave. It may take 3 or 4 days, you know what I mean? And that shit for me, bro, that should be like that shit be rough because I be wanting to check my shit all the time. And I don't like seeing the drawdown,
Right.
even though I know that it's necessary. And
Right.
even if it ain't drawdown, I'm in profit. But if I'm in profit, you know, $800, $1,000, $1,500, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. So seeing that shit, you know, for me, so seeing that
Yeah,
fluctuate,
you feel me? Like
you know,
that's how you feeling.
yeah, like I ain't gonna be like, yeah, bro. I mean, I'm, you know, 1,500 ain't nothing. Like, nah, like it's a lot of money.
I was just telling my homie today, bro. My homie doing he doing one of them challenges, and he was up 2,000 a day, bro, on US 30, bro. And then close out, bro. Like ended up closing with like $200. And I'm telling him, I'm like, bro, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, why? You feel me? Like, why? Like,
Yeah,
feel me? Like, bro,
yeah,
you're doing the challenge, bro. Like, hey, you got a goal that you gotta hit. You know what I mean? So
right.
you need to be maximizing your profit right now. Like, you know, that's a good move. Boom. Okay, I'm on to the next one. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, versus you trying to play these guessing games with yourself and swing shit. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like, bro,
yeah,
secure your profit, bro. Like, secure.
right.
Well, that's what I told him. Like, you feel me? Like, because I'm like, that's not necessary. You know, you do that when
Yeah,
you get your live credentials and you got cushion and you chilling. You feel me? You done seen a couple. You done seen a couple of deposits hit. You feel me? Like that's when
yeah,
you start
yeah,
trying shit out. Like right now, you need to be doing what you need to do. Like that's
yeah. To get
2,000.
the
That's
secure the
2,000.
product.
Like yeah, like that's half. That's half your goal. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like that
yeah,
you could have had
yeah,
your first day. Like you know
yeah,
what I'm saying? So I'm like just trying to get him in the mindset too. Like, come on, bro.
yeah. No, that's real, but I feel like that's realistic shit that I feel like all legitimate traders go through. You know
No,
what I'm
for
saying?
sure. Sure.
Like because I could be, you know, because I'm doing the my forex funds. I just started this last week. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And I'm on and off with these challenges, but like now I'm like, okay, you know, there's nothing wrong with like beating a challenge and then having y'all money and then also having my money that I'm trading because it's a different feel when you trade their money at the same time. Because it's like it's my money, but I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
in a sense, I still care all the way. Don't get me wrong. I ain't gonna go out here and blow the account because I still paid for, you know,
Right.
myself to have the challenge.
Right.
But it's just different when I take, you know, $1,000 of my cash and putting it in the market and $20,000 or $50,000 or $100,000 of their cash, which is basically like a $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, you know what I mean? Account. A 200K account is like a $20,000 account,
Right.
basically.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like taking they shit is a lot more mind settling.
Yeah.
But you know, I've had troubles on some of these challenges, bro, because I'm like, in a sense, I do the same shit sometimes, bro, because I may be swinging some and I could literally be up like $1,200,
Yeah.
and then I end up closing out 400, hop back in the market, lose
Yeah,
500.
yeah, because
You be
you
like,
knew you had 12, because you knew who you had. Yeah,
you know what I'm
that's what I
saying?
just told his ass. I'm like, bro,
Right.
like, no, bro, like, fuck that. Like, no, like, you can't be on that. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
you got a goal that you gotta hit. Like, that's the
yeah,
purpose of this shit. Like, and if you know what I'm saying, I'd have made 750 to 1,200 a move because I gotta trade tomorrow anyway, because I got these length of days that I gotta hit. You
yeah,
know, it only makes sense that you actually understand that I need to take a certain number of quality moves. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Quality moves. So it's like my profit goal is this. Okay, if I divide that up by 7, how much do I got to make per day to get to that goal? If I got minimum 7 days, or if that's minimum 5 days, or you know what I mean? If that's your goal, or even if not, I got 30 days. You know what I'm saying? Max.
mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
you feel me? So it's like I
Yeah,
can
yeah, no
divide
fact.
that up and then put a plan in action to where I'm just focused on the small steps. Like focus on what actually matters. Is like, okay, this move went for 1,200, but I know my goal for it was 600 today. So if my goal was 600 today, when I see that 1,200, I'm gonna look at that 1,200 just a little bit different because I had a goal of 6 and I know I'm above my goal. You see what I'm saying? Like that. So I got cushion on top of my goal now. You feel what I'm saying? For the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But when you just willy-nilly trading and oh, I'm up 1,200, then that 1,200 might not seem like that much right now because off you swinging shit, okay, I'm looking for 3,000, or I'm trusting my analysis, or whatever the case is. But if you seeing warning signs and you seeing things that make you feel, uneasy about your trade, and then that's just what it is at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when you got a goal that you got to hit. You know what I mean? When you done with the goal and shit, and you got some money coming in from them niggas, then just all right, I can got some shit out. Like,
I can chill out.
Like I can try to swing this shit now, because if things don't go right, nigga, I done already flipped this account 4 times. You know what I mean? Like, you can work it different.
That's definitely didn't occur to me. It literally happened to me. Like, I bullshit you not, with this account, man. I was literally $250 away from being done with it. I just started it on on Monday. On Monday. So by not this Monday, but last Monday, you know what I mean? Like last week. You know what I mean? I started on Monday, but I wasn't trading. I ain't traded till like Tuesday.
Yeah.
So by Friday, I was fluctuating like, you know what I mean, like 1,300 for that day to be down there, done with the challenge. But I was like, because I was only 250 bucks away. But I think what happened with me, bro, is that I know this shit, you know what I mean? But not like know it, like, yeah, I know it, you know what I'm saying? But I know that, all right, this is at the beginning of the move. I had a 5 entry. I'm at the beginning of the move. And instead of being like, I'm at the beginning of the move, the market is still a market. Let me close out. So I'm only 200 bucks away, in the first couple of days of this challenge. You know what I'm saying? I was like, no, I can beat this hoe right here, because this move is still showing that it's bearish. You know what I mean? We're still showing, but it did, and they ended up pulling back, and I didn't like what I saw. And then I ended up losing like on, 600 of that 1,300. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, you know what I mean? I'm at X now. You know what I'm saying? Then the next trade lost like 500. Went to sleep, you know what I'm saying? Not really monitoring, but letting my order play out, trusting my analysis, you know what I mean? Yeah. And that was cool. But now I'm back up to where I was initially. So now it's like, all right, well, not initially, but now I'm back up to where I need to be in that threshold where I'm like, all right, I'm comfortable again. I ain't got nothing but $550 now, and I'm done. You know what I mean, with this job. Right. So I had the same struggles at times, bro, because it's like, but like you're saying, the realistic portion of it is, it's not that you can really let it fluctuate as if this is like your live account, because you still have to be like, all right, this is a smooth little target I got to hit, and after that, it don't matter. You know what I mean? If you want to let it fluctuate, you can let it fluctuate.
You can do your thing after you get some bread, bro.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. Like, after you, you know what I mean? You didn't hit your goal, like, for them to boom, and you get seeing 80%, and you consistent at a certain thing, and then it's like, do your thing. You know what I mean? Like, do your thing. But it's like, you up 2,000, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, you up 2,000 for the day, and you have to trade. You gotta trade tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta trade tomorrow. So that's all I was telling him within that. You know like, I was just,
but I feel like that's just, I mean, it's definitely part of the journey. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I feel like I've been solid on, like the last 3 to 4 months, what I've been solid on is understanding where structure is and understanding how fluid the market is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not really staying like biased. Even if I see like, all right, we're at a lower high, like, that don't mean it ain't gonna break structure though. It can still, you know what I'm saying? Like,
anything,
you can't,
like, anything, like, for real.
Real talk.
Yeah, so you just gotta be on your, and that's why you gotta, like, protect your capital, and put things in place so that way you can try to protect your funds as much as possible and maximize the opportunities, like, really maximize the opportunities. That's what I feel like.
Yeah. I agree, bro. Well, you want to pull up some charts, man? You want to look at a few things and go over a few things there?
Yeah, bro. You say you took a trade today. I was gonna say, go ahead, pull your joint up.
All right, bet. Sure. You see it?
Yep.
I bet. So I'm gonna go to this junk. I'm motherfucker still pushing. All right, so I took a trade the other day, but don't just disregard that. I never took that off. But all right, so I knew we were here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just delete this because that's a trade I took the other day. But I knew we were overall, you know what I mean? Of course, this shit bullish as hell off the weekly. You know what I mean? I always take a look at the weekly.
Yeah.
You know, anytime I get ready to take any type of trade, you know, at least for the first trade of the week, I just want to see how last week candle closed to give me some type of insight. So even for this right now, bro, I still see this, of course, 100% still bullish. And the fact that it's at this level of like support, this like weekly support, that's something to keep in mind. But after that, I kind of keep it moving because it's not really important. I know that previously it had been trending up. I had been keeping up with like the higher lows and lower highs and things like that. And I knew that initially it broke this area of support, made that first lower low. I would imagine it wants to make a lower high, but I'm keeping in mind that we still are at that weekly, and that weekly is just showing that support. So H4, I saw this area here, pretty much slowing down all this whole area. Made the first lower low, lower high, another lower high, lower low, lower high, started trending down, started doing the same thing here. That's where I started, you know, pretty much looking into it being transitional. I had the entry that was down here the other day. I can break that down. H1, lower high, you know, this area was like tested like 3 or 4 times the other day. So it let me know that it was getting ready to transition. So let me see, 15. I took this trade the other day, and then I'm gonna get to the trade I took today based off M5. So I had this higher low that broke, lower low, lower high, pushed down, made this lower low. I took this trade based off of pretty much H1 being that support area that I had just shown, that had been tested so many times. It made this first higher low. I took that motherfucker based off that first higher low being made. I seen this candle start forming, and it kind of was like a confidence trade when I took that the other day.
Yeah.
Simply because this candle really ain't got that much volume, but it made a higher low at this area that had been tested so many times. It was tried and true. So I took it and ended up taking that based off of M15 as well. I put a fib on M15. I actually hit my target, like I think it was like here. Let me see. Yep, it hit me right here. I missed out on all this shit, so I kind of was salty after the fact on the low. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that I still hit that, you know what I mean? I was cool with it. But for today's trade, I took this right here. So I saw, because initially I wasn't even gonna trade this today, bro, which is crazy because I was in a UJ trade, because I was trading UJ last night when I was marking that shit up. I put on the gram and shit, you know what I mean? I was looking at this shit and I took a UJ trade, which I ended up fucking up. I ended up fucking up on it, you know what I mean? But I fucked up on it because I knew UJ overall was bullish, but we'll talk about that. You know what I'm saying? So right here, this trade here, that's 100. So took this trade at let me see what this is. 15,233.2. I think it was here. I took it here, somewhere in this area. I can go ahead and mark it. I was at work though. I ain't marked none of this shit. 15,233.2. Fucking it's cool right here. All right, so I entered here. I entered here based on it being a double top. I was seeing a double top form on M15, and I saw this area, like, I mean, it's been trending up for a long ass time, bro. And I know the market has no ceiling, no floor, but it's gotta, you know, at one point in time it has to come down. So knowing that at H4 I was at a higher high, even if I were to catch this retracement from this resistance being breached, I was cool with that, you know what I mean? Because I know at least a 23.6 on NOS is gonna be, that's gonna be heavy. So back to M15, which kind of was like helping support my analysis. So I saw this right here this area being respected. I saw these three candles. That was like a bearish variation for me, for one, when I saw that. And based on M5, you know what I'm saying, and seeing like all those candles on M5 just start to come in, I took a risky order, you know, simply because nothing had actually broken just yet.
Yeah.
But I was confident with like saying, okay, well, fuck it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put a stop above here. And if I take a quick loss, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But at least I'll be able to scale in. If not, so I took that order here, I took the entry there, and I was monitoring. It broke that support there on M5. So when it broke that support, I knew that, okay, I want to see some type of lower high. So my second entry was, let me see. $15,233. No, that was, hold on. 15,148. 15,148. Those are my partial profits I was just talking about. So 15,148 was like here. That was my second entry. As it came up here, I was on M1, bro, believe it or not. I mean, I'm not sure. Well, we didn't learn that shit. You know what I'm saying? But like a nigga, sometimes I get on there, bro, and I look at that structure. You know what I'm saying? And it literally came up here and did this shit. Like it let me know this was a lower high. This was the next potential lower high because it pushed and it came back up and it started doing this. Like when it did that shit right there, I entered. So I entered again here. Then
nice, man. That's nice.
So when I entered there, I fucking hold on. Let me look at the stats here. 15,148. All right, so that motherfucker started pushing. I was monitoring this on M5, you know what I mean? So it had already hit my take profit based on M5, you know what I mean? Like here. So my first order right here, I broke this order up a few because I kind of lotted up on it. So I broke this order up a few. When it first took profit, I took profit here. Okay. And for this one right here, I kind of let this one roll, you know what I mean? So it came up here, but then it came here and it made like somewhat of a higher low. So I closed this one because I didn't like the fact that this made a higher low. Okay. And then overall, we're still bullish, and I know how this market does. But I kept the rest of this order open. It's still open right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's hard.
I still you know what I'm saying? It's literally still running right now. You know what I mean?
That's hard, bro.
But so I closed this one when, like I said, when it came here and started making the support, I closed that one. So that one's done. And this one right here is still running until I see like some type of legitimate break. And even on M30 now, like it ain't even really that it's like, to me, making like some real structure. It ain't really making no real structure. I could say this is some type of support, or even draw something like this. But it ain't gave me no, I'm looking for like another lower high. If it makes like a lower high, then breaks that lower high, then I'll close it. But otherwise, I don't know where the fuck it's going. I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just letting it do its thing. But I got to stop.
As you should.
Yeah, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know where it's going now. And a lot of times I'm trading, sometimes, bro. Well, a lot of times when I'm trading and like the market does something like this to where it's like, I don't know where the fuck it's going, and it can turn around, but then I'll hop to like, of course, like H4. I would see this as a target. Like, I'm cool with just taking profit there. But also I know the market can just keep fucking going based on this area. You could say this area right here was like broken support. So you know what I mean? I'm just gonna keep holding it, bro, because if it wants to,
oh, that's nice. That's nice.
If it wants to, it can do that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really, you know, too biased on taking profit. I'll take profit, like I said, that H1. You know what I mean? at this support, I'm sorry, H4, I'll take the profit here. If it starts to like show me some exhaustion or something, like it's just trying to retest it.
Yeah.
But if it like continues to blast through that, shit, I'll be looking to go here now. And if it blasts through that, then shit, like I said, we can just base it off the daily, because if it passed through that, I'll see it going here. I don't see fucking Nas doing that, but I don't. It ain't got no floor, it ain't got no ceiling. They ain't been there before. You know what I'm saying?
All right, that nigga 27 look good, man.
Yeah, man. So I'm just holding that right now. I did take a UJ trade. Like I said, I was looking at a trade. I kind of beat myself up about it, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because I know better than that, and especially because I was really tuned in with it last night.
Mm-hmm.
And I started drinking this shit, and I was like, man, yeah, I know that motherfucker gonna do that. Saying, I woke up, I was like, no, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I took this last night. Hold on, let me see. Let me see what I lost like 550 on that motherfucker on some small lots. You know what I'm saying? I was bullshit because I was confident that drink, bro. But 114, 735, I bought in 114.
That drink.
That drink did a drink like, nigga, you right, nigga.
Right.
You know what you doing. You do this shit.
Right.
Yes, sir. Got my head toe up.
That's how it feels.
That's how it be, bro. So look, bro, this is where I entered it. Hold on. Text. I usually do this. That, and then I had a stop of 114, 470. Stop my ass all the way out. It was rough. Hold on. Stop loss. All right. The reason why I entered this last night, bro, is because it started making like slightly higher lows, slightly, right? You could say yeah. I mean, you could say that that's a higher low. You know what I mean? Higher low, but it made this lower high. I entered like here, off of this, and I was like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
After that variation, but I'm gonna show you what H4 was doing. H4 was doing this shit. So this shit right here was going on. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Fuck that candle. That didn't exist.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's what stopped me out.
Okay. I see what's going on.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, oh, I'm straight. I can go to sleep and be good.
Yeah.
Because it started making lower highs and it started slowly. It started
the setup. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I was like, okay, it's a bunch of fucking indecision on the top and the bottom.
Boom.
It's overall bullish. It's pretty much like, it's maybe wicking a little bit of 50%.
Damn, yeah. And it didn't break the trend line and shit.
Right. So I'm like, oh, we good. We finna, you know what I'm saying? We finna turn up. You know what I mean? That motherfucker was like, nope. So, you know what I mean? So I ended up getting stopped. I wasn't upset about it, bro, because today, like I said, I ended up catching that Nas trade. So I wasn't too bad about it. But I was a little salty, based on me going to sleep, because if I would have stayed up, I probably would have noticed. And even then, bro, I could have, none of this shit had occurred. It was 1, 2, 3. I was like, all right, it's all good. I'm kicking it. We having fun. I put my phone down. I'm going to sleep. You know what I'm saying? And this shit just broke. Like that shit just broke. You know what I'm saying?
It did.
It just broke. And honestly, this double top right here, if I would have been up, I probably would have closed after that shit happened. After this happened, I would have been out of it. Like, no, I'm good, bro. It ain't gotta hit my stop loss. I'm great. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But man, I was, but I saw that, what's that, like a morning star? I saw that morning star type of patterns trying to start. Like this shit didn't exist. That shit was happening. When I entered the trade, it was fluctuating up and, it was doing, what I mean? It was doing that shit. So I was like, all right, it's going to go and push up now. You know what I mean? And overall, you see where it is off the daily. Matter of fact, I got a few charts I usually use. One that's marked up. So I usually mark my shit all the way up. So higher low, higher high. This is a retest, a low, higher high. higher low, of course I had on my other chart for UJ, I had a trend line drawn there, but I was like, okay, it's all good. It just made a lower high. It's gonna fake the head and shoulders, and it's gonna push up. And we saw how that ended, but fuck it. You know what I mean? You live to trade another day. I ain't over leverage on the shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ain't fucked up about it. We gonna take L's every now and then, but it's just how big them L's get.
Yeah, exactly.
So but as far as what I see UJ now, you know what I mean? Because after it broke this area here and retested that shit, I was gonna take this, bro, the other day. I was gonna take this, and I was watching the shit for him. I was like, that shit clean, blase. But I was like, okay, what I've been trying to do recently, bro, is just make sure that I'm taking like quality setups. And quality setups is not taking a motherfucking a retracement for me at that point in time, when you could just wait for the retracement, hold it out for a second, don't trade it, and catch the real move that's that negative 27.
Yeah.
And sometimes, but H4, don't get me wrong, H4 retracements, I done made a lot of money off H4 retracements. You know what I'm saying? But like, I've been trying to like mentally prepare myself to be like, it may take you 4 days to get back down to where it's at. You ain't got to ride that. If you ain't, you ain't just press the trade. If you want to fall asleep and be, sleep good, and you in on it, you know what I mean? You good. So, and even for now where I'm at, with it, bro, I'm still seeing this shit overall bullish for me. You know what I mean? And it's been trying to transition, but it just keeps getting rejected. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Huh?
I said, yeah, them sellers in that motherfucker, man.
They in that hoe. They in that jet, so
don't even fight it right now.
No, but that's what I've been working on pretty tough, bro. Honestly. I took a quick AU push earlier. I bought in here and it failed. It made this lower high. And when it made that lower high, I went ahead and closed out. You know what I'm saying? And it can very well still, push up, but the fact that where it's at in the market off the daily, you know what I mean?
Yeah, use your moving average too, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, because even when you're on that lower, like them lower time frames, like you was just on,
like M30.
Yeah.
It's transitioning.
See how it's transitioning downward. Even if you go down to like F5, go to F5. You already seeing how it's starting to transition as far as your MA. So it's like, don't even fight against that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, rely on that, because that shit means something, especially that MA. You know what I mean? But other than that, yeah, that shit look good.
Yeah. A lot of times when I first like look at the charts, I keep my MAs and EMAs, I keep them hoes off so I can see straight structure. But then when I get ready to take a trade, you know what I'm saying? When I get ready to take one, I throw them both on to make sure, like, yeah, you know you doing what's right. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the times. But yeah, I see it still, it's making lower highs. It's pretty much then broke this support, honestly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if it made like another lower high, I could see it based on where it's at off the daily for one. You know what I'm saying? If I were to draw my fibs. And off H4, we're at like, it's probably like 50%. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro. But that's what I pretty much, you know what I mean, and been on for the most part on my end of the deal. I just been really like UJ, AU, and Nas, bro. Like, I feel like those are only 3 pairs that I really need. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, bro. I just been on this 30-30.
You've been on that John heavy.
Yeah, bro. Just been on this 30-30, bro. So like lately, of course, like on the weekly, we've been bullish and stuff, but then we started kind of like getting into this like transition time kind of movement, right? The sideways kind of movement.
Yeah.
That where you start to see certain sellers start to come into the market, right?
Yeah.
Like certain moves like this and like this, right? You start to see sellers start to set up. So with me and seeing that, walking it down to the daily, right? I understand that we still overall bullish, right? But we at highs that US 30 hasn't been to, before. So I'm recognizing that as well. And then from a technical standpoint, right, I understood where main support was, right? Like right here where this daily support is just where the market has respected each time, right? So going down to the 4-hour time frame, right? Working with this area over here, this information that we got over here, we understand that the market has respected this off the daily support, and now we had the 4-hour support as well. And that was based off of certain situations, I think, probably situations that I had, like the line chart and things like that. Just seeing where the market respected down here.
Right.
So from that point on, like I had a 4-hour trend line, just gauging this momentum. I was taking moves all over here, basically just based off of my point A and point B, just because I knew where the market had respected previously. But from the seller standpoint, I had seen where the market started making a shift in momentum here. And then, I kind of was gauging how my moving averages was starting to turn and things like that off the 4-hour. So from that point on, when I was up in here, I was up in the 30-minute time frame, right? And I was just tracking this information, right? Tracking this information and things like that. I didn't really get entries in until like up in this area. And that's when I started scaling in and things like that.
That's smooth. Yes, sir.
So I started scaling in certain situations. And the moves I take, like I'm more intraday, right? So I'm taking them from like zone to zone pretty much. Like I don't get too caught up, like, max days I be having is probably like $3,000, $4,000 days, like just based off of the lot sizes I'm using and what I'm good with seeing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where I'm at, I'm trying to build a certain level of consistency with a certain lot size. So I'm just trying to hit a certain number and then I'm good, basically.
Yeah. I feel it.
At that point, I was tracking the sellers in the market. That's where you can see the circles and things like that. But I understand that we hit a point of exhaustion, right? So I understood the market was going to be super volatile coming back to this market and things like that. So when I'm looking at things like that, it's for uptrends, right? And that's why you can see I was tracking the higher low points that was being made, and I was just trying to use certain things as far as like my trend lines, counter trend lines, price labels, and things like that to understand what's the highest point of the market, what's the lowest point of the market, what am I expecting, and what is the market showing me based on this sideways movement. And how can I use my technicals to basically get entry opportunities like I had here, and here, you know what I mean? Just based off of, okay, the market is shifting momentum. I'm seeing certain type of break of resistance.
Broke that structure and then gave you an
Right,
engulfing right
right.
there.
Even if we go down to like M5.
Oh yeah, that was a little retest of that trend line on the backside on the
Right,
lower time frame. Yeah.
you can see, boom,
Yeah, that's smooth. Yeah.
easy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you got super confluence based off of the backside of the trend line, like you said. We got the respect of the 61.8. So anything up in this area is fine.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And we
With a
take
stop
that.
right below that.
Right, exactly. Right.
You got to risk a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, anywhere behind underneath this zone right here. This is a certain level of support right here, or max,
Yeah.
percent, and you good, you chilling, right? And from that point on, certain level negative 27, negative 61.8, it based
Yeah, it's
on how you
red.
take profit, right?
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah.
Right. And then once you understand momentum is still staying current, and you tracking the higher low point movement, you know, you start to see sellers come into the market based off certain level of resistance.
They
Okay,
brought a little support up there for a second.
right, boom, and you just really tracking momentum. That's what that you mix that with your candlestick analysis and what you already got going on. It's game over as far as consistency. It's really just waiting to see a certain level of momentum come into the market and not being afraid of that momentum, like not so much and understanding like, okay, what's good candles to get in on at that point.
Yeah. Hey, question. What do you think about this, bro? Now you're talking about I don't know, but as far as what I kind of struggle with at times is that I know the market can move at any session and it can produce as many pips as it wants to at any given time.
Right.
But as far as a consistency standpoint, because you were talking about consistency and it made me think about it. Like I've only been trying to gear myself towards trading like the New York session. But I will see like a move, like even for like AU or UJ, which are like, Australian pair is gonna move in New Zealand market. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with, Asian market, you know what I mean, for UJ as well. So like I'll see a lot of moves setting up and then they'll move during the Asian markets. But it's like I've already traded, for the day and my, in New York, so, but I can see a setup. What do you think about sometimes a nigga just taking, a nigga taking that trade as well, or just being like, or is that
you just gotta understand what the momentum's gonna look like. You know what I mean? Like, just because you taking a trade out of the session, like that means you gotta be even more patient because you're gonna be seeing certain sideways movements, or you gotta be open to certain more fluctuation, things like that. And just understand the market's always moving. It's always be going in a certain direction, and certain things have to happen as far as structure. And then you just gotta understand. Okay, instead of if I'm used to getting in trades and boom, I'm in profit, let's say 20 minutes, 30 minutes into the trade, or, instantly in profit or whatever, you might see some type of, what's it called? What's that shit?
level of consistency?
You might see some type of drawdown and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like just because of the market.
Not in session.
It's not in session. Like it's not gonna be the banks ain't moving the money. It's not a lot of people, so just because you see certain setups,
Yeah. I've been doing a lot better with it. I just wanted to, you know what I mean?
It's the same as going to sleep. Put it like that. It's the same as going to sleep. Because when you go to sleep, you just open to whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's true because I've been seeing like as far as if I had to, I haven't been tracking it, and maybe this is something that you track or other traders track, but I haven't been tracking like my level of consistency through like me trading UJ session versus me trading like the Asian session. But I just knew that, okay, what you need to do is be consistent with yourself and pick a session. And the session that I've picked has been UJ session. I've been focused in on that. And I haven't been keeping up with it to like actually, pull up documentation. You know what I mean? But I would imagine if I have to say based off of gut, because since I haven't been trading it lately, my trading has become better. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't know if it's became better because I'm picking more quality trades, or it's the fact that I'm being more disciplined with the fact that no, you're only going to trade New York session, and it doesn't matter what the rest, what the rest of any other session is doing or what setups they have, because that's not the session that you trade.
Trading, exactly.
Yeah, and that's what I've been on lately.
Yeah, that makes hella sense, bro.
Yeah, okay.
Makes hella sense.
I just wanted a second opinion of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And like you said, you got to be open-minded and be objective with this. Like, like that's why it's good. Like you don't get stuck in certain biases and things like that, because everything is temporary with this. Everything is up and down. Everything is fluctuations. You know what I mean? And you being able to manage what the situations that you put yourself in, that you put your account in, the exposure that you give your account to. You know what I mean? Like that's what you got to be able to manage it and maintain. Like,
Yeah.
And
That's what makes a trader for us. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Yeah.
and just understand what it is that you're trying to get out of each and every trade. You know,
Yeah.
what am I trying to get out of this trade? Like, what's the purpose of me entering this particular trade?
Yeah.
You know?
And even with, because the thing is with trading, bro, it's literally just you and your damn computer. You know what I'm saying? And every now and then, of course, you'll check in with some of the homies that also look at like, man, you're a great trader. I'm a great trader. So we'll keep in contact. But
Yeah.
otherwise, it's just us against ourselves, in this market.
That's
So
how I
it's
feel.
good to, yeah, for real, bro. So it's good to even connect, you know what I mean, and chop it like this, bro, because but us just having a conversation, is really like real shit. Because I was just thinking, as far as some of the things that I do at times, I'm like, man, I want to catch this whole move. But when I gotta learn how to decipher when I'm on my live account and when I'm trading to try to beat a challenge. Because yeah, granted, on my live account, I would have held this, you know what I mean? I'm gonna hold this for however long I'm gonna hold it, and I'm gonna take whatever it's gonna be with it. With this account, whether I catch the whole move or not, if I'm up fucking $2,000 or $1,500 or $1,200, I need to go ahead and take that so I can beat this challenge. And
Exactly.
then after the fact, you know what I mean? Which I haven't been thinking like that. I've been
Flow.
thinking like,
Do what I need to do. I can like
right, right. I seriously been thinking like, no, I need to catch this move because I'm a move catcher.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, granted you are, but like you gotta beat this, you know what I'm saying? You gotta beat this shit first.
yeah, man.
So yeah,
That's all it
bro.
is, man. Just keeping it in perspective.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Saying,
for all of it. So
yeah,
yeah, bro. So as far as man, what you think about the we talked about it briefly not too long ago about the what's the shit that's the trading convention. The trading convention. What you think about that, bro?
yeah, bro. Like I'm gonna probably try to pop out that joint, man. Make some connections. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? 'Cause it seems like it's gonna be live the way everybody promoting it. You know?
Yeah, that's what I've been looking at, like, oh, y'all niggas really talking about this. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
like they talking about it. So I'm like, shit. Let me see what's going on there. Let me pop out there and see if I can make some connections, man. Especially with people that like to do what I like to do.
Yeah, nah, real talk. Because like I was just saying, otherwise, shit, if you
Yeah,
don't connect with people, yeah.
it's just you and the
Yeah.
computer, bro.
Real talk, real talk.
That
I
shit.
want to, yeah. What sparked my interest in it too? You know what I mean? Of course, the forex part, but I mean, I feel like a lot of the forex part, we got that shit down pat. It's just really us against self on how you're gonna, get better at this point.
Mhm.
But I'm not super familiar with the cryptocurrency market. Like
Not
I got
either.
a couple coins of Ethereum. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? I got a little couple pieces of Bitcoin, got some XRP and some Safe Moon and all type of other shit. You know what I mean? I got like coins,
advanced than me in
but
that joint.
say again.
I said, well, yeah, you way more advanced than me in that joint.
But that's just because you know what I mean. I just slick was like, all right, I was reading structure on Ethereum when it was at 2,300. This was months ago. You know what I'm saying? Well, this is probably about a year ago now. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm gonna buy a couple coins of this because I think it's gonna go bullish because that's what structure is showing.
Mhm.
Otherwise, I don't fucking know what they be talking about.
Right.
But if you're gonna be, I don't give a fuck about the corporate in crowd. But if you're gonna be in any in crowd, I want to be in the in crowd when it comes to cryptocurrencies, to
Yeah.
how these motherfuckers know to buy this coin called Blue Water, the
Right.
Blue Water
Whatever.
Fountain.
Yeah. Big
You know
fact.
what I'm saying?
Big
Like
fact.
how y'all know about
How
that
y'all
shit?
know what's happening next? Yeah, like
Right. So what interests me honestly in it, bro, is I think it's the event that's on Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. But
mhm.
it's like a cryptocurrency, like what to identify. And I'm like, that shit is golden because nigga, it's gonna forever be cryptocurrencies. And it's some of them that's gonna do 2,000% in 20 minutes. I want to know if I need to put $500 in this and be like, I ain't gotta worry about shit for forever. Nigga, if I don't
You
even,
feel
I
me?
love trading,
Right.
but yeah, I love
Yeah.
trading, but if I don't want to
Yeah.
trade no
Yeah.
more,
I
nigga, you know what I'm saying?
promise you.
So that's really what interests me. And of course, I want to, you know what I mean, and have hear insight from all of the traders. And I can imagine that it's gonna be like, this is what you guys need to do, and we've heard all of that. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But I really, I really want to, see what some of these guys did. You
Yeah,
know what I
like
mean?
tap in and see what's
Yeah,
up, man.
yeah. What's on the back end though? Because I know what you guys did on the front end, but I'm sure niggas, yeah, I mean niggas was finding ways to do other things. It's like, oh shit, that made how much? Nigga, how you know what I'm saying? Like, what y'all do that? How y'all do that? You know what
Right,
I'm saying?
right.
Like, cause I'm
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to get into the if you can do that, then the train shit is easy because you got the capital behind you because of other shit that's gonna really like, you know what I mean? Like really spark you to do XYZ. So
You know,
I wanna go and do that. So I'm
yeah.
gonna I don't have my ticket just yet. We you know, me and my lady, man, we actually getting ready to move into a crib, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
And
congrats, man.
thanks, bro. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, that's dope.
So man, I've been keeping shit on under wraps, bro. That motherfucker getting built, man. So
Yeah, that's
it'll be here in like March,
okay.
late March, early April. So we looking forward to that. But so I ain't bought no ticket because you know we got all type of
Yeah,
expenses and
yeah,
shit
yeah,
that's
yeah. All right.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm a slide to that joint as well, bro. And of course we gonna connect and kick it and all that shit. And it'll be good to have somebody there with me as well that I know that's on the same trajectory. You know what I mean?
So for sure, you
In
already
some of the workshops and shit.
with it,
So
gang. I'm all the way with it.
yeah, yeah, no doubt, no doubt. But I ain't gonna take up too much of your night, bro. And I'm finna have to switch gears and you know, I'm gonna do a little bit more chart time. I got some shit I gotta document for my trades today. So
Uh,
we're gonna do this again. It's
yeah, bro.
always love, bro. We
Already
gonna link.
know.
Yeah, yeah. So happy trading for you for the week, man.
Yeah,
Go
you
ham,
too,
bro.
bro. You too, bro. Go crazy.
All right, no doubt, bro. I'll tap in with you soon.